Okay, we are on the air.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning, wherever you're at. Getting ready
Yeah.
to take this wonderful flight that we're getting ready to take you on.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Man, I woke up this morning with a purpose in my heart.
Ooh, you
Yes,
woke
I
up this
did.
morning with a
Yes, I
purpose.
did. Yes, I did. Man, I had to get out there and cut my damn grass. Shit, it's been raining for 4 days here in Atlanta. Big ATL's got the sky is bright, the sun is out, and it's hot and humid. A normal, a normal ATL hot Atlanta day. That's what we got going on right now, and it's looking good outside. And my neighbors is all in the house and everything, and they got the air wide open, and we nice and cool.
You know, folks, it must be nice. His big purpose today was to cut the grass.
Oh yeah, well, I like my grass, man. It's growing real good, man. It's looking nice and thick and everything, and it's like a little carpet out there. But anyway, I had to come back inside because I was sweating like all get out. I don't know. Water was just pouring off my butt. That's why I got this towel around my neck. I'm trying to cool off.
Hey, sweat is good, bro.
Yeah, I had to get the towel, man, and put it around me and stuff because it was just, whoo, man, it was hot out there. And the hotter it is, the better my grass like it. It just loves that hot, humid weather. Yeah, I probably have to go out there and cut it again in about 2 more days because it was, ooh, shit. Anyway, people, my purpose today also was to get that done and also to check on what the hell is going on out here.
Well, there's a lot of stuff going on here.
Yep, yep, yep.
He
And
just
it's
nominated a DNI person, and just a little bit of reading about it and listening to some of these people commentators. I mean, you know, they say that he's supposed to be an upstanding person. Why would he want to jeopardize his career for this man? Because you know what he wanted him to do, and he's gonna be over 17 agencies, bro. He's not qualified. He has no experience. So I don't know. It's
it's
it's this is
uh
strange, Ed. I'm telling you, man, this is strange. He putting all these different people in different positions that don't qualify, and I heard him say this. He said, I'd rather have a smart person, you know, a dumb person that's got experience. I'd rather have a smart person with no experience. And if I can get both, I'm happy. So I don't know, man. This stuff is deep, man.
yeah.
This
Well,
stuff is
his
deep.
he's he his first term he did something like you were talking about and everything that put somebody in office and stuff and everything that's got everything, but he found out that doing that it didn't work for him because they weren't they weren't the Yazanosa group. They would push back on him. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, Mr. President. We can't do that. That is not right. And then he would tell them to go ahead and do it. No, this is what I want done, and they would quietly not do it. And he found that out. So now he's got a group that he tells they don't push back at all. If you noticed it, whenever they show his meetings and stuff that he has, all around that table, I don't care to the person, everybody around there, they just eats his butt up. He is the greatest thing in the world, and Trump loves that. He loves it. He wants that more than he wants the country to run very well. He wants that more than he will want to see the people out there who voted, put him in office and everything to have a better life. He would rather them glorify him than to do for them to go out there and do their job. And whatever he tells them to do, they do it. There's no pushback from them at all. Nobody pushes him back. Yes, sir. And I spoke about this the other day. If you look around at those people and stuff, and they're looking down there at him, and they know that he's telling a lie, or they know that what he is saying is absolutely screwed up, none of them will say anything about it. They're going to clap. Yes, 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 the president. Yes, Donald Trump is the greatest. That's what he wants. And he got it. But like you said, there's not a whole lot getting done, Ted. There's not a whole lot getting done. And they aren't doing a damn thing about doing something positive and stuff for this country. If it ain't for Trump, they're not going to do it.
All they're doing is taking away
Yeah,
stuff.
that's it. And you can see in some of the things that they do, Ted. A lot of them, they're going out and getting on these news shows. Well, mostly the Fox News show, and I don't care who they are. They can be. He's got. I saw today. There was the senator, one of the senators from Montana. I think it was Montana. I think he just won his seat and stuff in office there. He is a ex Navy SEAL. And I'm telling you, Ted, this man just growled down to Trump. Now, you would figure this guy being a Navy SEAL, he got to have something up there on the noggin. Mm-mm. Whatever the Democrats are going against Donald, and Trump knows what he's doing. He's our president, and we're supposed to do what he says. Stupid stuff, man. I'm telling you, it was an embarrassment. I They don't even have the self whatever to even go. I couldn't even go back to the people that I know, my family, and look them in the face, knowing that I'm sitting here just screwing up this country. We're at a point and stuff now where some of the economists and stuff are telling us, Ted, that Trump is wasting so much damn money, and he is increased the national debt by what, almost $2 trillion and stuff a year or more. And we at a point and stuff now where most economists say that if this thing does not stop, it does not go down, we will never be able to get adding taxes on to corporations, taxing the American people, tariffing the American people will not get us out of debt. You ain't able to do it. We're not gonna be
Yeah.
able to do it. We're not gonna be able to do it. The interest on the debt is eating us up right now, and they're saying that there's no way we're gonna be able to get out of it. With what we got going on here, if they went back and deleted all those tax cuts to the corporation, we still would not be able to get out of this daggone debt. It has gotten so bad.
Well,
And
I look at different in a different way, and maybe I might be wrong on this. The people that's in power, whoever they are, they want America to still be a superpower, militarily wise, economically wise. Our GDP is the highest of any nation. China is like $10 trillion below us. Now, I don't know, our production, of course, it's not like it was 35, 40 years ago. However, we have set up a mechanism where we use other nations for cheap labor and then sell it to the American people consumerized. And I've been really trying to figure this out, but really, we have been outsmarted in so many ways. And one of them is that if you're going to be a military power, then you have to have all the necessary material to stockpile your military. You can't be saying, well, we got to have this, we got to have that. We don't have enough of this and we don't have enough of that. You're dependent on other countries, and some of those countries you are in conflict with. Because they have decided, and when I say they, I'm talking about starting with Reagan, had decided that we were going to be the military force of the world. We're going to protect European people, and anything go down, if you are involved in, we already set up our NATO, and so therefore, you mess with one, you mess with all. That was the agreement. So now, people are wondering, because we have so many people that are in office now that pretty much don't care about any of that. Now, we supposed to have been making our money, a lot of it, by selling arms. Every year they have to sell arms. But these people realize that, hey, we're not at war. Why should we keep on buying arms? And we got enough planes. We got enough tanks. We got enough this. And we can always, do the maintenance on whatever, keep it for 5, 10 years. But what we decided, we're going to build all of these manufacturing for military all over the country, make bombs, missiles, all that, and sell them around the world. So here we are now. We have made billionaires out of almost 1,000 people in this country. And then you got another 1,000 billionaires all around the world. And they want to keep their money. They don't want to contribute to nothing when it comes to taxes. Anytime the only way they're going to contribute is where they can make money off of it. That means they're going to try to take as much money as they can from any government to do these deals to build anything that has anything work. And now you got China, who controls everything, OX over there, and he's building that country like it's going out of style. So passing us so much where they're distributing all of their overflow to other countries. They have realized now that you can't bully these countries anymore.
They haven't realized that yet. Donald Trump has not
Well,
realized
not
that.
Trump, but I'm
Yeah,
talking about these other military people. These military people know you cannot bully these people. They're playing the American game, bro. See, we was
but
doing that soft charity. You know, a
but
few
but
billion here and a
even
few billion there.
even even if your military people, your generals, your admirals, and all of them know this, if the president says this ain't how we're going to deal with it, then that's how it goes. You have to know, Ted, that a lot of those generals and stuff and admirals and stuff told this man, don't do this, and he did it anyway. Don't do this. They they run those numbers and stuff. They run those games and they and they do everything they're supposed to do, and they know that these things are going to happen. But if your commander in chief doesn't listen to them, it doesn't matter what they say or what they do. I know they know, Ted. I know the military people know that they should have never invaded or did what they did with Iran. They know he shouldn't have done it. But he turned around and did it anyway because he's the commander in chief. And you know that the people there in the Congress, Republicans or Democrats, know that what this man is doing is wrong, but they're following him just like things are normal. They gotta know. They have to know in their heart that it's wrong, but they can't go against him. Some Republicans now they're looking at it and saying, "Well, we're going to go against him on a few things." But the people who have really stood up against him and everything, he done beat them down. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. She had to quit. Nancy Mace, she went against him. She tried to run for governor over there in South Carolina. Man, they destroyed her. She didn't even get fourth place in the election, the primary election. He just destroys people. If you and the people see it. If we go
Well, don't
against him,
forget about Macy and Cornyn.
yeah, he's going to destroy you. And those people that go against him, he destroyed them. Kennedy down in Louisiana, he went against him a vote and everything. He he done lost his seat. He lost his primary.
In
Mass,
Louisiana?
yeah, Kennedy down in Louisiana lost his
Wow.
thing. Thomas Massey and stuff and everything. The guy who been helped with the Epstein thing and stuff in Kentucky. He lost his primary. He beat him down. All those guys. The senator and stuff from the North Carolina and stuff and everything. He didn't even, he said, forget this stuff. He didn't even run. He said, I'm done. I'm retiring. He knew because he went against Trump that he was going to be in trouble. He wasn't going to win because Trump has control of that MAGA. And anytime he says something now, in some elections and everything, he hasn't been able to do anything. They've been able to override him, but not all of them. They done lost their seats, man. A whole bunch of them lost their seats because they went against him. The only one that has fought against him and is still being able to hold on to her seat and stuff is girlfriend up there in Alaska. she she went against him in his first term, but she turned around and ran as an independent and got her seat back. So these people are afraid of him. He beats them down. Now you got the Fed chair that they just elected, just nominated to come into office. He knows now since the we having a one hell of a thing and stuff and everything as far as like economy is concerned, and he knows damn well that he can't reduce the interest rates and stuff inside for the country. He can't do that. He's going to have to raise the interest rates. And right now, he's sitting there and everything, and people are saying it that he has no choice but to raise the interest rates if he wants to slow the economy down. and he's afraid to do it. And he's probably gonna blame those other Fed governors and stuff in there. Thinking, well, they overruled me, so down on I couldn't do it. But he's still blaming Powell, Jerome Powell, and stuff because the place is screwed up. Yeah, Jerome Powell, he done it. Powell ain't even in. He's not even the Fed chair anymore. He's blaming him.
Well, this is what they do now, you know. I
Yeah,
mean, you know,
yeah,
why not blame?
how do you blame Ted? How do you blame a president that's been in office for 8 years? Well, damn near 9 years, 10 years, and you gonna blame him? Well, Obama did this. I mean,
Well, that's all, you know. The thing is, man, it's the American people, bro.
yeah. Hey, but he's blaming them. He's blaming Obama. Obama hasn't even been the president in what is 14 years now. Yeah. Well, 16. Yeah, 10 years. Yeah, 10
A
years.
good
He hasn't been
question
a
was
president.
asked today on C-SPAN. Is this 4.2% inflation rate going to hurt you? And there were a number of people that called in, and they complained about the high pricing.
Hmm.
However, them sycophants called in every time. Well, it's not bothering me. Yeah, gas is a little high, but I'm retired. I'm on a fixed income, and I'm doing okay.
Hmm.
President Trump is doing the right thing.
Yep.
And I mean, we got that. I got that at least a half a dozen times.
Yep.
People will call in,
Yep.
and so it's not really. You know, we know that he's playing a game. He
Hmm.
just all he care about is money.
And himself,
Yeah.
him first, and then his family.
So, but for some reason, they just can't get over the hump that this man is destroying this country. Now, I'm gonna grant you, you know, when I was in school in the '70s and the late '60s, I used, and I think I've said this a while back. I used to always keep up with the federal budget, and you know, the thing is, I always thought that a lot of those social programs was rigged. And what they would do is, and this is just my opinion at that time, and I'm just saying, you know, of course it has gotten a lot better, maybe, I don't know. But, you know, the little research I was doing back then, you know, it looked like that they were providing jobs for educated white folk to give to black folks or the poor people, you know, different programs. And they was in charge of it and distributing the money. So, and I look now, they got a system so now that they know everything is, you know, they got data, they got software, and so they know exactly how much money, and they don't care about the debt. It used to be the debt, the debt, the debt, but now they don't care about the debt. What they care about is how much money can they give to their people. How many contracts that I can give to the people that I'm giving money for. I mean, it used to be all kind of laws, you know, you couldn't, you know, give this contract to that person and that person or whatever. You got to go through the system. You know, everybody got to, you know, get a little piece and get a shot to get the contract or whatever. Now they don't even care about that. They just give it to whoever they want to. And the reason why is because years ago, you ever heard of Dow Chemical?
Yep.
Dow Chemical got so much money from the government, it was ridiculous. And I can name a couple more. But the point is that this is what they've been doing before the 60s. The 60s came around, then they started making all these little changes, but now they back to where they were. They give that money to whoever they want to, and they distribute it. Yeah, this right here is going to help my company. I need to get subsidies for this and subsidies for that. You know, you got the airline get a subsidy now. You got the farmers get subsidies. You got the steel company get a subsidy. So much money is given out. And then you're talking about the farm subsidies. So by the time it get to the people is not getting any help because they are making millionaires and billionaires out of so many people. They, because somebody knows somebody who knows somebody. So I just say that how do we, as an American people, there are so many good people in this country, but there are so many evil people in this country, selfish people in this country. But I don't know, man. I just got a bad feeling. Well, it's not a bad feeling. It's a feeling that I don't think that we, when I say we, I'm talking about black people. I ain't talking about people of color. I'm talking about black people who is in this country, who have become millionaires and billionaires, who are doing well off, why they have not come up with a plan to help the other 40, 45 million people. Because it don't take that much here. Don't take that much. And like I said, and when you come up with something, there are politicians out there, I'm talking about righteous white people, that will work with you. But this right here, I think that we have taken our feet off the accelerator, bro. We have taken our feet off the accelerator. So we are where we are right now. And right now, all of these little games they playing right now, and we know for sure they're gonna cheat come November. So I'm looking for positive. I'm praying for positive and things be exposed, but and I'm hoping that they take the Senate. When I say they, I'm talking about the Democrats, and I'm hoping that the Democrats take the House. But I don't see it yet because they know how to cheat real good. They say we are the ones that's cheating. They say the Democrats are the ones that's cheating. So we'll see. You got that governor's race. She's the second black woman that has been nominated to run for governor in Georgia, which is a big deal. They have elected two Caucasians who are Democrats recently for governor. You have a black person Baltimore, Maryland, or Maryland, I should say. So, governorships to me, I think, is one of the most important things as far as running your state because you got a big budget. We don't have anyone here in Florida, Ed, that I can see that's gonna and there's nothing out here. I'm watching the news all the time, and I'm telling you, they are not out here trying to win no race. So I don't know where they are hiding or what. Who's running for governor here in Florida? Ed? I live there, man. I have no idea.
Your boy is running, and the ex-Democrat is running. I forget his name. He was a Republican and stuff
Like I
for.
said, out of sight, out of mind, bro.
Yeah, he's running and stuff and everything. He's quietly running. I think stuff, Ted, that depending on elections are won by the people and stuff who are the smartest, who are able to navigate their terrain and be able to affect change and stuff for people and stuff quickly. And I think, especially this Republican and stuff who was running as a Democrat and everything now, he's just quietly trying to stay out of the limelight to, amass his army and get his people and stuff in line. So he is not going to be attacked and everything by the Republicans because once you show your face, they start attacking you. Plus, it takes a lot of money to run any election there in Florida. That's a high cost of market there for ads and all the other stuff. So, the best thing for you to do there in Florida is to, get your people in line and do what you can. Now here in Georgia, girlfriend Keisha Lance Bottoms, who was the mayor of Atlanta for almost 2 terms, because that's the second term and everything. She uh, just went head on and just left it. Her last 2 years and stuff in office there, um, she just didn't do anything at all because she had some problems and stuff with her family. She said, and she was being attacked and everything by the Republicans real bad. And then when Biden came in office and everything, he pulled her up there into his domain and stuff and everything, and used her to affect everything. Some uh, different groups and stuff out there in the commerce field. She gave her a title for a job and stuff. She's director of community affairs and stuff out there. So she did that for until he lost his election, and then she left. But I think with what was going on, she had one of her children and stuff, and her family was having some problems and stuff, and she had to decide to get out of politics and stuff and everything, and to take care of her family. But now everything's been corrected, so she's back out there. The point that I was trying to make was she quietly and stuff, Ted, ran here in this state, and I don't think a whole lot of people outside of Fulton County, where her base and stuff is at, really knew her. And she just, all the other folks and stuff and everything, they were doing ads and stuff. They was on YouTube. They were doing all kinds of stuff, spending all kinds of money. And she beat the crap out of them. She got, she got, she got damn near 60% of the goddamn votes in the primary. And so she just quietly did her thing. And she didn't even have a a campaign sticker nowhere in my district and stuff where I live at in my county in Cobb County, which is right next to Fulton County. You can ride this whole county, and there wasn't a Keisha Lance Bottom sign nowhere. I didn't even know she was running. She never signed nowhere. Uh, the week before the election, they had closed down Interstate 285. Anybody who's in Atlanta knows what Interstate 285 is. It goes all the way around the city of Atlanta. That's our bypass. And they had doing some construction on 285 down where most of the black folks and stuff is at. They had closed it down. So I had to leave off the interstate to get south of 285. And that was the first time that I saw a Keisha Lance Bottom sign a week before the election. To get some signs out down there in the black community. But up here in Cobb County, any place like that, there wasn't nowhere around. Didn't even see her here. Nowhere. I thought she was gonna lose. I said, ain't nowhere in the world this woman gonna be able to come out here. We got all these people up here, Ted. They were all on YouTube advertising. They had black folks and stuff for this white man, and they and the gist of their message was he is the only Democrat who can win the governor's race. He came in last. He came in last. He didn't even get 12% of the vote. So sometimes being quiet and everything can get your battles won. I'm serious, man. I didn't even know the lady was running. She didn't advertise nowhere. She wasn't on YouTube. She didn't do nothing, man. She didn't have no signs of nowhere. And out of the blue, man, she come up with 62% of the votes,
Hmm.
Democratic primary votes. 62%. So I don't know, Ted, but maybe bro man down there in Florida got the right idea. He and Keisha's, got the same playbook going. I don't know. We have to see. I'm telling you, man, it was now, is she gonna win the general election and stuff? I don't know. She got more votes than any one of the Republicans did. Who's in it? And they got a runoff going on now. She got more votes than both of those guys who were in the runoff. And they're in the runoff, so they can. Matter of fact, I think next week they'll be done. They have a runoff, and then we'll know who the Republican candidate and stuff is next week. Next week, I think. I'm pretty sure the next week they're gonna have the runoff for Republicans. I ain't going to vote because I ain't no damn Republican. I don't give a shit which one I win. They both messed up. Even one of them, Trump is backing real tough, and the other one and stuff and everything. He's begging for Trump to. He's a Trump man anyway. Trump ain't even backing him up, and oh yeah, I'm Trump. I'm for Trump. Anything Trump says.
Well, I mean, when you talk about it's hard for me, and maybe you can put your insight on this, but I'm trying to figure out where is. I mean, nobody's can get in this man's head, but what I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out if we are a world power, why is Iran so important when we have nothing to do with over there? We have no interest. Or Iran is. I mean, okay, if you're an American, you know they've already said that they hate America, they hate Israel, the spiritual leaders, and all those types of people. Hezbollah, I guess that's what you call them. But the point is that we really don't. We never had any kind of situation with them. Now they did come over in Iraq and help the Iraqis, and they kept the war going over there in Iraq and probably in Afghanistan too. But the point is that if we weren't over there, what are we over there for?
Because Israel is definitely afraid of them.
Well, this is the point.
And
That is the
Israel,
point.
Israel was the one that got us involved in that. Israel was the one that convinced
That's the point
Trump
I'm trying to
to
make.
do.
The point is, where's our interest? Because my numbers show that we didn't almost gave them $750 billion.
It's Israel. Israel is very powerful right now. Here in this country, APAC and Israel has millions of dollars that they are using to influence elections, and they have a lot of power here in this country. Israel
This
has a
is what
lot of
I'm
power.
saying here. That this is the thing that these APAC is for Israel,
Right.
but
Eh,
we're not talking about Israel. We're talking about American people.
Well, this Ted, we've been taking care of Israel, man, for decades.
Yes, we
They
have.
get, we give the federal government here gives Israel billions of dollars every year.
Yes, they do.
So that's our it's and we can't stop the money from going there. Anybody who tries to stop money from being given to Israel gets beat down. They got they are an integral part here. That's our touch. That's our connection to the Middle East, Israel. They might as well have a seat in Congress. They might as well be like Puerto Rico is to us. They might as well get them a vote because they got it in our Congress. They got a vote. You can't do nothing against them. They are part of the United States. They are a commonwealth. They might as well. That's how we got ourselves tied in. And because they are afraid of Iran, that's why we over there. I didn't know,
So
Ted. I didn't know that we had 15 military bases in the Middle East.
yeah,
I didn't know that. I'm thinking we only maybe one or two, maybe four or five. 15 military bases over there. I had no idea with that many over there. And that the Fifth Fleet got they got a whole big complex over there where they ships come in and refuel, do whatever they got to do. I had no idea that they was over there like that. They were over there tough, man. We spending a lot of money over there. A lot of money. And then we come to find out, hell, I knew we had Okinawa, we had a base there. I knew we had one over there at Midway Island over there. I knew we had a few of them in Europe. We got bases, man. We got
we got
military
over
shit.
700
We
military
got we
bases.
got shit all over the goddamn world.
That's what I'm saying. And that's why this country has not modernized itself. to a higher degree, and
But but
that's why we.
yeah, yeah, I think what really created a problem for us, Ted, is when he got in office in January of 2025, and the first thing he did was cut off that daggone aid that we had going. Shut that shit down.
With the
That's
Ukraine.
no, we shut the aid off to, the aid that we had going in. Remember the first thing they did
Oh
was they
yeah,
cut that
USAID,
money? Yeah, the U.S. aid. That was the worst thing in the world he could have done.
which people, Sudan people are
Yeah,
starving to death right
I
now.
started there. Millions of folks, man. That hurt us real bad, man, in the world when we did that. That was they call that soft money power. And the little money that they were giving to them and everything, man, had brought us a lot of goodwill and stuff there in the world. And when he did that, when he cut that off, that was the worst thing he could have done. And
Well,
it wasn't that, and it wasn't that much money.
now McCain's wife, uh, I forget her first name, but she is the head of food for Middle East, Africa, different places like that, and she was using that aid as well to distribute food. She has hundreds of people volunteering for her organization, and it's so dangerous now because I heard her interview, and it's hard for her to put up people out there, and they have tons of food, but they warn against each other as well.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the crazy part. I just don't get it, man. What this violence is all about. I really don't. I really don't know what it's all about. I know what Trump's all about and his thing, but I'm just saying all this other stuff that's going on around the world, and I mean, you would have to really dig and find out. I know there's different sects in different countries and different religions and all of that. People don't like so-called Christians, and people don't like the Muslims. You got the same thing going on with India and Pakistan, and it's just I don't get it, man. This religion, like I keep saying, religion and politics, bro. So I don't know. Um, there's a thing that's going around in this country that now I'm not verified. I can't verify it, and I don't have no evidence. I'm only going by what someone said. They're claiming that somebody is putting a bunch of ticks, putting them in boxes, and they're getting on dogs and animals. And then, of course, they get on people. And if those things bite you, it can be a problem for your health. There's a lot of people, man, that's full of hate. And they'll spread diseases, they'll spread all kinds of stuff that's going on. We're being attacked all kind of ways, bro. And it's a slow attack. Different little things that's going on in this country. The other day, people was in the park and somebody had burnt a cross. So it's a lot of things that people are against. These different paid people. They have their own organizations, and they going out and they protesting. They doing everything they can to try to destroy certain things. In California, they finally uh, caught in which they had assumed that this was the person. They caught the person, and I said this when it happened. Somebody setting these fires, and they found the person who was setting the fires.
Hmm.
And I believe this is what's been going on in all of these places. A lot, because these firefighters risking their lives and they can put the stuff out, but then you got people setting other places, setting fires.
Hmm.
Then you got 15, 20 fires going on. And I don't know how you can surveil these people or what, but we ought to be smart enough and have enough drones where you can videotape this stuff for security. I mean, it's invading a lot of people's privacy. But man, come on, man, you can't go to the bank, you can't go to the store, you can't go to whatever supermarkets, whatever. You being videotaped anyway, because you got all of these people. The number one videotape surveillance in the world is China. They videotape, they record everything.
Absolutely.
I don't care where you go. It's a videotape, and they got monitors there.
Right. They got them all over the place, everywhere. And they
And this
use
is what
them.
we're coming to.
Well, we've already came to that. That's how Peter Thiel's making all his money, surveilling American people.
Well, he's doing face recognition.
Same thing.
Well, what I mean is that when you have a video and then you have people uh, that's right there, and they can go to the scene in a matter of seconds,
Hmm.
minutes.
Right.
That's what you want.
Right. Well,
Facial
they,
expression is good, but he got too many glitches in that system.
well, he still got
Major
it's
contracts.
he got a major contract, and he also it is giving giving our law enforcement agencies and all other agencies, banks, any financial institutions and stuff, all that. I give giving them a hands up man on security and being able to surveil and keep track of what's going on. We we're putting up cameras and stuff now and everything all around. Any of our if you go to any of our major cities and stuff, there's cameras and stuff on probably every corner. Any major street you get to, there's cameras up there. You probably don't see them because they're so small, but they're there to
Yep.
keep track of us. So we getting close to where we're not as bad as China, but we getting there, and it's happening all over the world. A lot of these countries and stuff and everything, they got cameras everywhere. They got cameras all over the place, surveilling people, and they're saying that I always thought and stuff too that these people are invading our privacy, but we done lost our privacy.
Oh, Ben and lost it.
Yeah, we done lost our privacy. So it doesn't matter and stuff now with what they do because we done lost our privacy. And I've always wondered how the people in China and stuff were able to allow this shit to happen, but they in a communist country, so if they say anything about it, they'd be in jail or they kill them. But most of the folks and stuff over there and stuff, when you talk to them or have any interaction and stuff with them, it done got to a point now where it doesn't matter to them. Yet these people are looking at them and seeing what's going on because they feel safe. You ain't got to worry about being raped or shot, killed, or robbing going on. None of that shit's going on. Swift justice here in this country and stuff. Yeah, we can. People out there, they got guns and stuff. They shoot people and everything. They even now can get a gun through the mail. And send me a gun through the damn mail. And it's fine. But they've been doing it all the time anyway. They're just making it legal now.
Well, that's the difference between our country and places like Russia and China.
Absolutely. And the UK, European Union, all of them. They got,
Yeah, they
yeah,
don't allow that.
Yeah, they don't have their police officers do not even carry guns in the UK. In London, they don't even carry a gun. They got a fucking whistle.
And a baton. They got their baton.
Yeah. Anyway, final word, my brother. We way at the
Well,
end.
I'm gonna say, we sit there and we talked about a number of different things and what's going on. And the thing is that my main thing is, as far as it all goes, it's up to the spicy whites. It's up to the righteous whites. That's all I gotta say because we doing our job. We voting. We might have a couple, 2, 3 million that we gotta, you know, kick them in the butt to go vote. But we doing our job. So that's my saying. That's my saying. I said we got to get these white folks to get their heads straight and realize that this country has great potential, great potential. But we got to put the right people in office who really love this country and love the people. Oh, one other thing. I'm not a big soccer fan. Matter of fact, I don't even watch soccer. But the World Cup is about to happen, and people spending millions and millions of dollars. And then the New York Knicks, I turned them off at halftime. I said, I'm going to sleep. And they end up winning. They was losing by 27 points at halftime. Came back and won.
Well, they're saying that as long as Trump don't show up, they can win. But we're finding out though, Ted, that this World Cup and everything, there's a big fight out there and stuff with the FIFA, FIFA, or FA. They are the organization, associations that was in charge of soccer, and there are a whole lot of countries and stuff, man, that are very, very upset. They have some games and stuff that's supposed to be going on and out in some place in Kansas, someplace and everything, and over in Los Angeles or whatever. And these people are boycotting those games and stuff now here in the United States. Now the ones in Canada and the ones in Mexico and stuff and everything, them stadiums are full. But these people over here in the United States, they're boycotting the soccer, the World Cup. A lot of these cities and stuff and everything, they are hurting real bad because they spend a lot of money and stuff to have the World Cup to come
Well,
to their
there's
city.
consequences when you put a knucklehead in office.
Absolutely, and they are very upset about it.
Don't
They
nobody,
they
don't nobody
they
want to go to jail, Ed.
they are saying, Ted, that these tickets, even in nosebleed area, you're gonna spend eight, nine, $10,000 and shit for a goddamn ticket to these daggone games. And a lot of people and stuff, that could be another reason why they're avoiding that stuff and everything. They can't afford the daggone tickets. But it's horrible and stuff. And even in their transportation, they said that they are the local transportation companies and stuff and everything. They are charging. They done went up with their ticket price to ride the trains and stuff to get toward the games and everything. Some of them are like 50 or $60 and everything just for a ticket, just to go one way. So they trying to be the cities are trying to recoup their money, but I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do it or not. And like you said, when you got a knucklehead in office and stuff and everything, and he's doing what he did and and what he's doing, man, is it's just ruining our tourism business and stuff in this country and stuff and everything. It is having a big, bad, huge effect upon it. People are afraid to come here. They don't want to come. Shit, we ain't coming going to that.
Don't blame them.
I don't blame them either. So anyway, people, uh, I don't watch soccer at all, but I will be looking at it on TV, I guess.
Me
I,
too.
ain't,
Me too.
I ain't going to the game, but I'm going to watch it on TV. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.